It's been a very big year for Grocott Murfit. Towards the end of last year, me and Jodie Murfit, my business partner, had conversations about how we wanted to move forward, where we saw Grocott Murfit and its future. So in January of this year, we started to devise a plan of how we can bring Jack into the business and Jodie's exit. One of the key principles of Grocott Murfit is that a director will always be there to look after every project. And obviously when it was just me doing that, I can only split myself so far. The real difference about bringing Jack in is he can half my load. It's a big advantage and a big reason why we have grown so much, even in the last year.
Me and Dan are very aligned on our values and what we want to deliver. We're actively involved in every project, sometimes our own worst critics, but I think that's a positive and I don't think we'd want it any other way.
This project is a perfect example of where we've come with Jack being introduced to the business. It was the day before the client was going to give everyone a decision. She actually called me saying she feels bad that she's not met me. She came to our office. We had about an hour's conversation about Grocott Murfit, our principles, what we do. I then took her to a project in Burnham Market that we'd completed, showed her around that, and she was obviously impressed. So she went away from that day obviously feeling a lot better about her options. And I'm thankful to say we then won the project.
For Anna and Henry, it was essentially a home away from home that's a good use of space, it's free flowing, it's tranquil, they've got easy access to Holcombe. When we arrived, the site was completely overgrown, you almost had to fight your way through the front gates. Where we're sat now in the old signalman's cottage with some pretty badly built 80s timber frame extensions that leaked, really were not fit for use. There was a really horrible bitumen tar-based paint that had covered over a lot of the original Holcombe bricks that we liaised with a specialist. They came with an ice blasting kit that essentially can strip back to the substrate without damaging the brick itself, allowing us to repoint. We've got the larch cladding, we've got the bath stone that had to be brought over from Gloucestershire. It's having a bunch of tradesmen that really care about their craft. At that point, they're not just a bricklayer, they're really proud of what they can deliver. I mean, we used a local stonemason, local to King's Lynn. Every piece of bath stone that you'll see outside has to be hand polished after it's been installed.
Arcadia is our kitchen, bathrooms and interior design company, so we can offer a turnkey solution. The client can go into our showroom, see the kitchens, the bathrooms, the lighting, the tiles. On this project here, Arcadia supplied all the bathroom and sanitary ware, which again just meant we were in control. I think my favourite part of this project is the layout, the fact that the extension is cut into the neighbouring bank. As an overall building on the plot, it really does show and make the best use of the site.
I like the fact you can come up the road from Burnham Overy Staith and you don't really know fully what's in here. I know plenty of people who knew we were building it, but they still don't really know what it fully looks like. The favourite bit for me is definitely the terrace on the lookout with the barbecue. I think that with a sunset, I think is going to be very difficult to beat. I don't know if we'll have many building sites with quite that view along the coast, very uninterrupted. And there's sort of no one around for 3 miles, so yeah.
The fact that the property won a REBA award is really important for us. It actually goes back to the reason we were on the tender list in the first place. It shows an architect that we are able to build to that level of detail.
It's nice to have some recognition, and for all of the hard work that the team across the board have put in, whether that be us in the office behind the scenes or the guys who've been here essentially 14 months all day, every day to make sure it's delivered. There's very much a misconception that it's the contractor and then you have the client and their design team and it's sort of almost one against the other, rather than I think we take an approach that it's ultimately we all have one client. That is the reality. There's one homeowner who wants to build a dream home. Whether it's design and build or the traditional way of working with an architect, we want to be involved in projects where we will all want to work together. We don't want to work against anyone. We want to be part of it, work with you, and you can trust us to deliver something special. When I can see firsthand what Jack's helped deliver for this project, it just gives me confidence of how we're just going from strength to strength. So I think the future is bright. It's a big thing for both Daniel and Jodie in terms of what the next phase of G&M looks like. They've been doing it since 2007 and it's not a small feat to suddenly bring in a third person and not change direction but look to expand on where we are and what we can offer. So yeah, the recognition for the hard work and the passion is always well received, but yeah, it's exciting to see where we go next.